Hello everyone, welcome back to Mortal Kombat 11. Last episode we managed to get through the first two of Mileena's character towers, as well as seeing her ending, and vice versa. Shit. Sorry about that. I actually went to turn a notification off, or swipe it away, but whatever, anyway. That's not the point. Anyway, yes. Okay, so today we're going to move on to her third tower, and I don't think I'll have enough time probably to do 2 episodes this time, so like with Rambo, this will be one episode, and then probably tomorrow we'll hopefully be able to do 2 episodes. We'll be able to do another 2 episode, like, double stream upload thing, which will be exciting nonetheless. But yes, we're at the halfway mark with finishing up Mileena and thus being done with playing through all of Kombat Pack 2's fighters and getting all their items, well, as many items as the game will give us anyway. And yes, it will be a process, but it's a process that's definitely going to be done and over with by the end of this, most likely. But yes, now, let us proceed.
Lady Killer.
And I also managed to get more skins for Mileena in terms of also figuring out what pieces of, like, what gear pieces fit which costume and vice versa, and I think I've figured it out. I just need the correct ones, I just need the correct combination in order to truly complete the looks. And the proper costumes and color schemes to make it really match.
Clones are worse than sight.
Round 1. Fight!
Grind you in my teeth.
Round 2. Fight! Finish him. Mileena wins.
Alright. Yeah, this will be an easy breeze. If we can manage this easily, yes. And I know these episodes will be short anyway, at least when it comes to these towers, and yeah. It also depends on if I don't talk so damn much, that they get by quicker too, so, you know. It comes with the territory, I suppose. But hey, when I'm off screen, I can easily just, you know, catch up on all my other YouTube videos that I missed in terms of the ones that I'm subscribed to anyway. Because I keep getting more of them anyway.
Well, color me gubs.
Round
Yep.
1. Fight!
Alright, time to whoop your ass. Gotcha, bitch.
May I chew up your ear?
Alright, here we go.
Round 2. Fight! Finish him!
Ah, damn it, so close to a flawless.
Mileena wins.
Oh man, it would have been fine. Yeah, even though those are definitely going to be the requirements for the 4th stage anyway, for the character towers. which I've always said would be a pain in the ass, but now that I think about it, nah, I can manage as long as if I have the appropriate consumables to spam the shit out of, you know? As long as that remains true, then yes, I can easily pull off the flawless rounds, and the fact that I have to do 3. Although it sucks when I have to fight characters that have the ability to actually do, like, long-range attacks, like shooting fireballs or pistols. And the fact that blocking also does damage, like a small fraction, so yes, it is something I have to keep my eye on at all times, which is frustrating. But I always hope but always luck is on my side when it comes to that. So that's usually always the easiest to do. It's usually when I have to do the fatalities and brutalities.
What's with the hungry eyes?
I'm in the mood for a quick bite.
I'm fast, but I'm not food.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, that's like a Quan Chi skin. And down that way. Ah, crap. Ah, I said back. There you go.
Grind you in my teeth.
Round 2. Fight. Finish him. Mileena wins.
That's a reference to Mortal Kombat 9's victory animations with Mileena, where she literally just jumps on the camera and she gets blood all over it. It's super crazy, but I love it. As I said, she is a fan favorite for a reason, because she's just so, you know what I mean? She's so extra, but it's a deserved extra instead of like a forced, shall we say, you know?
Feral Femme.
Alright, here we go. Onto the second tower for this. So let's see.
You are more like Sindel than Kitana.
You flatter me, Shaolin.
No, Mileena. Not at all.
Round 1. Fight!
Ah, Christ, I walked right into the face.
Round 2. Fight! Finish him! Mileena wins.
Hell yes. I will say that getting the crushing blows with Mileena was kind of a challenge, but it was also a challenge due to the fact that the towers they gave me were actually pretty annoyingly shit in terms of variety, but thankfully I lucked out with at least some of the towers having multiple numbers of fighters to actually keep doing the crushing blows on, otherwise I'd have a problem. So I will give it that at least, or at least having luck.
An invisible hand.
Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight.
And bye-bye eyes. Gotcha, bitch.
I can already taste you.
Mileena wins.
I love the classic Mileena poses and shit that they keep in the game as references. It's nice. I always thought it was hilarious when Ed Boon always did the thing he does when he usually trolls people, saying, "Oh, it's like oh, what do you want in this next game?" and then never puts it in, or it's like a hint. It's like the man is a great hype man in terms of expectations versus reality. He knows how to get an audience going.
What is your point, Mileena?
I whisper in Father's ear, and your people die.
You'll pay a high price for threatening the Naknada.
Round one.
No one's scared. You collector 6 arms. That is literally so childish. It's not childish. Never mind. It's stupid. You only use 4 of those 6, 2 of which hold your fucking backpack full of gold coins.
Round two. Fight!
Gotcha, bitch.
Your head will adorn my throne.
Mileena wins.
I always love when she did that like ridiculously cartoonish head chomp thing where she just eats an entire fucking individual's head and then she just upshucks the excess and says, oh well. It's like, what the fuck was the point in eating him if you were gonna puke it out anyway? It's fun. It's all good fun, let's be honest. I think out of all the fighting games I've played in my life, I like games that don't take themselves all that seriously, but when they do, it's awesome. And when they don't, it's fun. And Mortal Kombat's always been that game that has that slippery slope where it has the balance of both on occasion. Like the Midway games especially had their fair share of ludicrous shit.
Now what's got you all rip snorting mad?
When I gained the throne, you abandoned it.
Wasn't no pay worth dealing with your crazy.
Round one. Fight.
was the wrong move to implement. Whoops. Oh well. I'm durable, I can take it. You think your bullets can scare me? I'm not afraid. Think I'm scared of you? Come on!
Round 2. Fight.
Really, a bear trap? You think bear trap can save you? I timed that poorly, oh.
Finish him.
Gotcha, bitch.
Friendship. Mileena wins.
I think if they ever do bring back babalities, I think it would be hilarious to see how every character, aside from ones we already know, how they would act as children. But like all the characters, especially the newer ones, like that would be hilarious. And it'd be like just another finisher move that's fun and adds something to the like actual core. Like, well, I say core, but I mean to the overall like variety in terms of finishing moves. Because I mean, aside from brutalities, you only have 2 fatalities and 1 friendship. So I think it would make sense to add at least 1 more, less bloody, you know. Because you know how YouTube monetization is, and thank God I'm not monetized, because I don't fucking want that shit anyway. Because the way that that bullshit system works has such a double standard that it's absolutely asinine. Like, it's such an exploitable, dumb thing that anybody can take advantage of if they know how to manipulate it right. And I'm so glad I don't use it, because fuck that.
We have Shang Tsung to thank for you.
Who else but the great sorcerer?
Reason number 5,000, that man is on my shit list.
Round 1.
Oh man, I'm sure there are plenty of things on that list for you, Jax. Aside from him being the one who was sent. Essentially, yeah, he's the guy who put Goro up against you, or actually, yeah, it was Goro in the original time I ripped off your arms, so yeah, it's definitely him because of that. And also having you being tortured. Yeah, him being tortured, of course, on Island and shit like that. Yeah, he definitely has like a million reasons why he hates that fucking guy, as does anyone in their rightful opinion, honestly. Ooh, that was a nice fucking display on that front. Sorry, Jax. No disrespect, but yeah. The pit calls for blood, and I have to satisfy it.
Fatality. Mileena wins.
I do think it's also cool that they brought back stage fatalities, even if the variety in terms of which maps get to use them is, I'm sure, very limited. But I mean, hey, at least that is another finishing move that you can do. But, you know, of course, you wouldn't notice it at first until you really think about it. And there also are hidden, like, brutalities when it comes to interactable objects, which I still have yet to get. Because those I always thought were fascinating that you could do. I just never knew you could do them. Like in the desert where you check the cow skull and it just destroys their fucking head and it takes its place. And it's super ridiculous, but I love it because of it. And again, Mortal Kombat's always been over the top.
Shao Kahn will not retake the throne.
My father is inevitable, Fujin.
Under the weight of my wind, he will snap.
Round 1.
It's going to be so cool to see what other fighters actually are introduced in the game. Because it did say years worth of content, or that's what Ed Boon at least says, but then again, who knows, especially with how much longer AT&T will keep WB games alive. Before that shit gets canned, and then we have to deal with some big company getting the rights to MK, which I'm hoping it's not EA or Activision or any of those other scummy fucks, because that's the last thing I want them to do. Let's be honest, anything that EA touches, especially when it comes to certain, like some of the modern-ish games, have been absolute monetization garbage. Don't even get me started on the Avengers game. God forbid that fucking travesty. Should have cooked much longer in the oven, so to speak. And unfortunately, they rushed it, or they took as much time as they needed, but not enough time to polish out all the problems in terms of bugs and matchmaking issues. And the fact that they locked off some exclusivity deals with certain characters, Spider-Man on PS4. I mean, then again, Sony did buy the rights to Spider-Man technically, so yeah, it makes sense, but at the same time, it does feel kind of like a dick move, because then there'll be just more excuses for people to buy the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 now, which shouldn't exist, but it does, oh well. And yes, essentially put, yeah, that ultimately causes problems when it comes to other users, especially when it comes to the PC and Xbox. And the reviews for both of those are shockingly bad and low, too.
According to my files, you are unique.
Your files are correct.
Then your death is also extinction.
Round 1. Fight!
Gotcha legs. And booyakasha. And let's also not forget, if you basically were partnered up with a fucking phone company, you could get a special color skin for a character in the Avengers based on like your service provider, like for T-Mobile or X, or whatever the fuck it was. It was some ridiculous dumb shit that really served no purpose other than for cosmetics that didn't really alter anything except color. Like the color of your character's suit. Very dumb looking as a whole. It was ridiculous, trust me. The fact that that game's dying speaks volumes as to why games like The Avengers should not exist unless it's done correctly, which they did not do. Live service means you should at least be constant with, like, updates and stuff, like bug fixes, and at least making the gameplay less repetitive, which they did. And the same enemy variety, oh my god, the enemy variety is fucking atrocious. You fight the same goddamn generic robot, like, henchmen for fucking hours and hours on barely interesting maps that are so spacious, yet also so small and closed off in others, to where certain characters just don't function properly in the specific areas, and it's just such a shit show of balance and, like, just frame rate.
With Sindel's return, our family is complete.
My sister must still be eliminated.
That task falls to you, Mileena.
Round 1.
Well, at least he's considerate of her capabilities. I will say there is something about Shao Kahn's character I did not like them, like, fucking around with in this, in Mortal Kombat 9 and Mortal Kombat 11, is that they made him kind of a witless, dullard, typical meathead emperor type guy, where he's all brawn, little brains. He's not a scheming conniver, or he's not an intelligent, like, schemer like he was in the original, like, Midway Day era, where, you know, he was calculating, he was smart, he was strategic, he understood what needed to be done in order to maintain a stranglehold on,
when did you start playing Mortal Kombat?
Oh, well, that's gonna take Well, let's see. Okay, in terms of like when I was like when my first Mortal Kombat game was, well, my first Mortal Kombat game, and I can't believe I'm saying this, was Shaolin Monks for the original Xbox that I used to play with my with one of my stepbrothers a lot. Yeah, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, one of my favorite. It was my first entry into Mortal Kombat, and then after that, I played all the games after that. Or I did play the other games before then, and then it caught up slowly, which at the time was Deadly Alliance, Deception, and then Armageddon to tie it all up. Then I got caught, and then there was nothing for years and years, and then eventually, yes, NetherRealm Studios was born, and MK9 was like created, and thus it was a soft reboot. And essentially, yeah, when I first started playing Mortal Kombat, let's say, I don't know, I was like the ripe age of 7, which I mean. It was, wait, no, it was 7 or it was 8. I think it was 7. Most likely 8. Basically when, you know, the Xbox was still the hip new, like, console along with the PlayStation 2 and all that. But yeah, first console was the original Xbox, believe it or not. And yeah, I will admit, I prefer that console over the modern Xboxes because one thing the original Xbox had was actually a shit ton of exclusives and a variety of games to utilize. Some good and some bad, but a lot of good games that were put onto that system. Some of which definitely did not see like a sequel or a continuation. And I'm looking at you, Voodoo Vince, because you deserve every semblance of fucking appreciation. Because yeah, you essentially were a 3D platformer style like Crash Bandicoot, but you were so unique in your presentation and style that, you know, I can let it slide, let's be honest. And that game is a delight. Hard as shit in some instances, but a great game nonetheless. And up until recently, it was the one game I never finished.
You want someone to blame, look in the mirror.
My only mistake was trusting you.
Ah, put a cork in your whinging, will ya?
Round 1.
Fight!
I'm ready for another fight.
Round 2.
Fight!
Mileena wins. Lady Killer.
mountain erupts.
Yes, Kotal. I have returned.
Only to die again.
Round 1. Fight.
You will die.
Round 2. Fight.
Death is here.
Finish him. Friendship. Mileena wins.
I see the fire in your eyes, Mileena.
Kronika altered our deal.
Pray she does not alter it further.
Round 1. Fight.
I will crush you.
Round 2. Fight. Finisher. Fatality. Mileena wins.
direct your anger at Tanya, Mileena.
It was you who betrayed me, not her!
Think, Mileena. Who introduced us?
Round 1. Fight!
Now to skin you alive!
Round 2. Fight! Finish him!
You bleed.
Mileena wins.
Join us against the Emperor!
And forever curtsy to my sister?
Round 1. Fight!
Yummy.
Round 2. Fight!
How quickly beat it!
Finish him!
An army of us could conquer Outworld. It will, under my command. I, the true Conum, will lead.
Round 1. Fight!
Have you settled your affairs?
Round 2. Fight!
Last tower for stage 3. Let's go.
An invisible hand must guide Outworld.
With you as the power behind my throne.
Such it has always been, Princess.
Round 1. Fight!
In my teeth.
Round 2. Fight.
Okay, that is about it for this episode. So, thank you all so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.